recording years earlier taunting Amber Heard that she has a borderline personality disorder?
I was made aware of that in this case, yes.
So you heard, is that
Actually,
one of the audio
not
tapes
necessarily
you listened to?
taunting, but I do recall hearing that Mr. Depp had used that phrase.
The defamation trial between Amber Heard and Johnny Depp has turned the Fairfax County Courthouse into a battleground, and it looks like the war will come to an end soon. Judging from all the things that have been revealed about their 4-year relationship, it's very clear that they were very physical to each other. And is it possible that a personality disorder might be one of the reasons? A psychologist testified to diagnosing Heard with a personality disorder, and it has everyone talking. Do you want to know what Heard was diagnosed with? We'll dive right into this detail, but before we do so, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exclusive content on your favorite A-list celebrities. Let's get right in. Shannon Curry, a clinical and forensic psychologist, recently testified in court that Amber Heard has multiple personality disorders, and people can't seem to stop talking about it. Curry, who was hired by lawyers for the Nightmare on Elm Street star Johnny Depp, testified that she had personally evaluated Amber Heard for 12 hours over 2 days in December 2021 and even examined her mental health records. Shannon Curry explained her opinion that the 36-year-old Hollywood actress who had a starring role in the DC Universe movie Aquaman has borderline personality disorder and histrionic personality disorder. Curry explained that Heard got scores that were consistent with the diagnosis. However, Heard's lawyers tried to discredit Curry's testimony during cross-examination, mentioning that she had been hired by Depp's lawyers to testify on his behalf. Elaine Bredehoft, a lawyer for Heard, went on to ask Curry if she would have still been an expert in the case if she didn't find something that was in favor of Depp and negative to Heard. Curry responded by saying she presents science with no regard to what the science may be. Curry also stated that some of the basic features of borderline personality disorder include a lot of hostility and inner anger, fluctuating moods, and even a tendency to be self-righteous. They can react violently, they can react physically. Oftentimes, they will be physical to their partners. It's almost play acting, Curry explained. Curry also has some experience with the United States combat veterans and said that, in her opinion, Amber did not suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder as a result of the alleged domestic AB she faced at the hands of Depp. Curry added that Amber Heard had only exaggerated her symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder in the test she was given. However, there seemed to be a conflict of opinion between Curry and Dr. Jessica Taylor, another psychologist. Dr. Taylor's statement comes after Shannon Curry's testimony in court. Speaking to The Independent, Dr. Jessica Taylor, who examines the pathologization of women in mental health settings, stated that in her opinion, the two disorders that Curry diagnosed Heard with, which are borderline personality disorder and histrionic personality disorder, are not medically proven conditions, but are instead highly contested, controversial psychiatric labels. Dr. Jessica Taylor claimed that she has not heard anyone use the term histrionic personality disorder in a serious manner in several years, and described the disorder as a debunked disorder. She explained that histrionic personality disorder was gotten from the hysteria diagnosis, which could only be given to women. She added that the term histrionic women stemmed from hysterical woman, as referred to in the 1968 edition of the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorder. Dr. Taylor further explained that women could be diagnosed with the disorder for being too assertive, not smiling enough, not giving men enough intimacy, or being bisexual or lesbian, among other things. It is outrageous that in 2022, a psychologist would testify on the stand that a woman has histrionic personality disorder, she added. Amongst the people who recently took the stand was Tara Roberts, who has managed a private island in the Bahamas owned by Johnny Depp for the past 15 years. Roberts was asked by Depp's lawyers to give the detail of an argument that Depp and Heard had on the island one evening. Roberts said that Heard was telling Depp that he was just a washed-up actor and was going to end up dying a lonely old man. She explained that Heard was yelling at the actor, grabbing him, and trying to pull him back into the house. Roberts added that she was worried about what might ensue between the two and took Depp to a cafe on the island and applied ice to an injury that was inflicted by Heard to the bridge of his nose. During this recent court battle in Virginia, none of Johnny Depp's kids has said anything concerning it, but there's no doubt that they support their father no matter what. While she might not have spoken out on the trial specifically, Johnny Depp's daughter with Vanessa Paradis, Lily Rose Depp, did stand up for her father directly. After allegations of AB by Amber Heard first came up in 2016, Lily Rose took to her Instagram account to set the record straight on her dad once and for all. She might have taken that too seriously, as she hasn't felt the need to say anything else concerning the case since then. "My dad is the sweetest, most loving person I know," Lily Rose Depp said of her father then. "He's been nothing but a wonderful father to my little brother and I, and everyone who knows him would say the same." Her comment came with a photo of her as a toddler being held up by her father. We believe it's safe to say that Lily Rose is completely supportive of her father. Although she is not set to testify against Heard and might not be making a comment on this anytime soon, her last statement is more than enough to know where she stands in the matter. While Lily Rose Depp has always been very supportive of her father, there was just one thing that she could not side him on. According to Johnny Depp's testimony in the United Kingdom libel case against The Sun, his daughter did not attend his wedding to Amber Heard in 2015. "My daughter Lily Rose did not come to the wedding," the actor said while testifying in London. She and Miss Heard were not on particularly great terms for several reasons. Depp went on to state that Heard would often insult him as a father, stating that she would tell me what a bad father I was and that I had no idea how to parent. Depp didn't get into more specific details, but you can let your imaginations run free. Johnny Depp, however, decided to go ahead with the marriage with Heard, but it's nice to see that he and his daughter still have an amazing relationship. According to reports, the main reason that Johnny Depp filed the defamation suit at all was for his children, Lily Rose and Jack. The news of Amber Heard's accusations had sort of permeated the industry and then made its way through media and social media, became quite a global, let's say, fact, if you will, Depp said while testifying in London. "Since I knew that there was no truth to it whatsoever, I felt it my responsibility to stand up, not only for myself in that instance, but stand up for my children." Like that alone wasn't enough, Depp went on to add that he wanted to clear his kids of the awful things they were reading about their father, which he says is not true. Depp's alcohol and drug use has become the main focus of the trial so far. Depp has explained that he was sober for most of his relationship with Amber Heard after detoxing from the opioid oxycodone back in 2014. However, Amber Heard's team has described Depp in a different light, as one to drug binges and alcohol despite her continuous pleas for him to get clean. Elaine Bredehoff leaned on this claim, asking the longtime manager of Johnny Depp's private island in the Bahamas if she reminisced about the star passing out in the sand and falling to his face. Tara Roberts replied that she remembered that he was passed out on the beach. Bredehoff continued, asking Roberts if she also recalled whether Depp's son had seen him in that state, and Roberts responded that she did recall. Johnny Depp's testimony, which wrapped up recently, often featured audio clips that were recorded during his relationships with his ex-wife and played in the court. A journalist even explained how deeply disturbing it was, adding that these were parts of both their lives that they were trying to keep private. The jury heard a bunch of insults going in both directions. The actress was heard admitting to hitting Depp once before mocking him and calling him a baby. Depp was in turn recorded yelling insults at Heard and disparaging her over her weight. In one significant recording at the very end of their marriage, Heard challenged her ex-husband to go public with his claim that he was the one who was being AB'd in the marriage. Heard said, "Tell the world, Johnny. Tell them I, Johnny Depp, a man, I'm a victim too of domestic violence." Depp said he responded, "Yes, I am." That's all for today's video, guys. But before